Hello, everyone. We will be getting started shortly, just getting some pictures set up here. How's everyone doing today? It's been a long day. And we did the Baconomaly yesterday. We're going to talk about that. There might be some surprises for people watching, so stay tuned. Get your phone ready. There might be some surprises for our live listeners, watchers. Stupid, I can't figure something out. How's everyone doing today? Day after Baconomaly. We're getting ready to go in about a minute here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our post-Baconomaly episode of the Portal Hunter Club. I'm your host, Red Fox 1701. Welcome to our 13th meeting of the Portal Hunter Club. It's been quite an interesting ride these last few months, so let's get right down to it. So, yesterday we had the Baconomaly. Hopefully you caught the live stream yesterday. We do have it up on our YouTube channel, so if you happen to miss that, it's still up there. There was an event in Des Moines, Iowa. It was a cross-faction event run by a Resistance player and an Enlightened player, and they decided to have some fun since they didn't get an anomaly this year. They did that and had a good time with that. They had, I think, 45 people show up, right around there. It was right around 50 people, so great turnout for that event. They had people from Iowa, obviously. They had people from Minnesota. They had people from Illinois, people from Wisconsin, Missouri. Graceless Hopper was there from Missouri. So yeah, they had a good time, and they did an interesting event. It was something pretty unique where they tried to expand on the first Saturday. So if you're unfamiliar, first Saturday is, first Saturday of the month, get your local community together and you sort of do some sort of battle or some sort of meetup. It's meant to get new players into the game and kind of enjoying meeting people and all the company and everything. So they decided to take that to the extreme, and they set up a spreadsheet for people to check in. They set up That's the problem with doing this show live. Allergies are starting to kick in. So they had spreadsheets, they had people checking in. They had a really good time with it. They set up specific rules. So they wanted it to be cross-faction, first of all, and they wanted it to be individual as well as a team event. So what they did was they took all the people, they separated them into two teams, but both teams had players from each faction on it. So you had Resistance and Enlightened that had to work together to kind of figure out how to win this thing. And it's something that's never been done before. It's a very unique thing that they've came up with. So I think it was a cool kind of thing. There was a lot of, we had some video from one of the points of contact, Gabe, and the Enlightened player. He graciously allowed us to use him to run around and chase people and film them and everything. So when they were interviewing people, it was cool to see how Resistance and Enlightened, they had to Resistance players working against each other because they had to capture as many portals as they could, but they were against people on their own team, so they had to figure that out. They had people on the Enlightened with them, and they had to work with them to kind of... So you had gear drops where Enlightened players were giving Resistance people gear, you had Resistance giving Enlightened gear, that sort of thing. So yeah, it was a really cool event. And then they did volatiles, where you had a piece of paper with some intel and you had to figure out what time and where you had to be, which portals they were, and those were worth extra points based on how many people came, and they were extra points for the individual player. So they had individual stats based on how many portals you captured throughout the event, and then your team got points based on that as well. And then the volatiles they had where the team got extra points for the volatiles and individuals got their own points for being on those volatiles. So they kind of had to figure out how to manage that. So it was a really cool event, and I think the Baconomaly was pretty successful. I've got some pictures here. Let's see. So you got the Baconomaly cake with bacon in it. And Agent Fox and Socks actually, I think, made that cake. And it was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to her. She's one of our longtime viewers of the show. She made the Baconomaly cake, brought it over. I wanted a piece of that. They sent me some Baconomaly swag, like stickers and stuff, and a coin. I wanted a piece of cake. So, Fox and Socks, next time you're in town here, I want bacon cake. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, before we go on with those pictures, I think the next picture is something awesome that happened in Texas. We had a massive field over Texas and Louisiana. That's a really good looking. I think it goes into Mississippi there, and that's an awesome looking field. I don't know how many layers or how big of a field that was, but that's a pretty impressive field. So if you know anything about this field, call in, email us. I'd love to talk to you and hear your story on this field. So let's see. Oh, yeah. So here we have some people at the Baconomaly. We have the team. Notice how there's resistance and enlightened players trying to figure out how they're going to attack getting these volatiles, getting these portal captures, those sorts of things. Something that's testing the wits of leaders on both sides to try and figure out, I've done fields against you, now I have to figure out how to how to work with you to do that kind of stuff. Oh, and here's the group picture. So we have the main group picture. I think that's Slipsec. Agent Slipsec wore the bacon costume. Great group there. And it looks like it was a nice day. The weather's perfect. You got people from all over showing up. So it looked like an awesome time. Oh yeah, and there was some pigs there too. I couldn't get this guy's head in the shot, but yeah, they had people with costumes and stuff, so that was kind of cool. So yeah, so Baconomaly, they split up into two teams, Team 1, Team 2. Team 2 ended up winning the Baconomaly, but just, I think, toward the end of it, so how they scored the volatiles, they knew the volatile score as the thing was going. And Team 1 had scored 3 volatiles in measurement 2. Team 2 only scored 1, and so it's like, well, who's going to win? It looked like Team 1 was kind of taking away the win. And then Team 2 figured out what was going on with their team, scored 3 volatiles in the third measurement, saved one that was scored by Team 1. But they absolutely destroyed Team 1 in the portal capture contest. So congratulations to Team 2 for working together with your foes and trying to figure out what was going on and with these unique rules that they had. Let's see, what else do we have today? Oh, I got a gift from the Minnesota Resistance. So anomalies are coming up. If you're a new player, you want to go to an anomaly. And on the Portal Hunter Club, we're going to be interviewing points of contact from the various cities. I'm starting to line up some folks from San Diego, Boston. There's one other city I'm trying to remember. Philadelphia for sure. Minnesota, Minneapolis. Yeah, so if you've never been to an anomaly, you want to know what kind of goes on. I have people that are going to be on the show to kind of talk about their town, what's cool about their town, and to promote the Minnesota anomaly, the Minnesota Resistance sent me this awesome shirt, and it has my name on the back. I don't know if you can see that. It's got my name on the back, and I'm breaking my green screen here. So yeah, they sent me that, and they sent me 2 nice pint glasses because, you know, a resident of Milwaukee definitely need these. So thank you. Love from Minneapolis and love from Minnesota. And actually it says Minnesota established 1858, which is 10 years after Wisconsin became a state. So interesting little factoids there. So thank you, Minnesota Resistance. I love the swag that you sent. Thank you very much. I'll be wearing this shirt a lot now. And it's got my name on it and everything. And I will be there for the Minneapolis Anomaly, which is going to be October 20th, I think. Let me look. Yes, October 20th. I'll be there in Minneapolis. Maybe I'll bring, is it to Midwest? It's usually starting to get cold, so I don't know if I can bring my bike to that one and be on a bike team like I've always wanted to do. But there's plenty of summer anomalies. You got Boston, you got San Diego, you got Philadelphia, you got, what else is going on there? There's one other that I feel like I'm forgetting. I gotta look this up. No. Well, anyways, yeah. And if you're from Europe, we've got a lot of European listeners. We've got a lot of people from India watching. So check out your anomalies there. Go to ingress.com/events to see kind of where the anomalies are. Get your friends together. I know there's a crew. We actually had a crew from Milwaukee here go down to the Baconomaly. They carpool. They figure all that stuff out. We've got a crew going to Boston. We've got a crew going to Philadelphia. I think some people are thinking of San Diego. So it seems like a lot, but if you have a lot of people with you, you can easily make it cheaper. Get that carpool together, get a hotel together, or a Airbnb or what have you, and have a good time at these anomalies. The best part about anomalies is meeting people. As you can see from the Baconomaly, they had a nice crowd. People from all over the Midwest meeting each other after all the dark XM project ops and things that were going on. So that was a cool event for them. So what have we got going on? So I've opened the Zello lines. So if you want to call in and chat with me, the Zello is Portal Hunter Club. And if you call in, you might get a special gift. So feel free to join up on our Zello channel, Portal Hunter Club. You'll be able to see the logo that's behind me, little image there. And if you call in now, you will get a surprise gift. So feel free to call in. The lines are open. Let's talk about anomalies. Let's talk about events that you've been to. Try and get people excited for these events. There's so many events coming up this year. We've got Camp Navarro, Camp Schloss Kaltenberg, which Niantic announced that Hank and the Acolyte are going to be at Schloss Kaltenberg. So if you're in Europe and you want to help out with one of these projects or just be there and experience the whole thing, definitely go. And if you're into meeting the sensitives, like I said, Hank and the Acolyte announced that they were going to be at Schloss Kaltenberg at the end of May. So sign up for that. Sign up for Camp Navarro. We had Camp Listener. If you're curious about what goes on at one of these camps, Camp Listener was on a couple weeks ago. I think it was last week. And check out Agent Hapto's project. We have, video and all that kind of stuff. And she has swag that she's giving out for people who are helping with that. So enjoy that. Enjoy checking out that video. What else have we got going on today? Other events that are coming up. Actually, where's my Zello thing? So call in Zello. I want to talk to you guys. There's some people watching live right now. Let's hear from the audience. Let's do some live call-ins today. It's 11 o'clock here. It's morning. Had some bacon. Gonna get some more bacon. Baconomaly. Baconomaly was awesome. So call in. Let's hear from you. So other events that are coming up. We have the camps that we just talked about with the art projects, the art tech kind of Burning Man-ish type things. We have, what else? We have the Agent Olympiad. One of our locals was at the Agent Olympiad last year, and I had a blast. It's this unique event where they rent out a theme park for the night. I think it's an evening night event. So they rent out a theme park. No one else can get in there. You got all these portals and things. And there's players from the Enlightened and the Resistance that are competing for various stats, competing for your team, etc. One of the cool things about that was they had little gotcha kind of trick things that you could purchase so other players could donate to their team and other players would have to, so like if the resistance was doing well, the enlightened could buy sandals with rocks in them and they'd have to run around with that, or things like that. They could get passcodes, they could get water, they could get all sorts of kind of things to either help your team or trip up the other team. And they announced 2 different items last year during the Asian Olympiad. So that's when the E2N transmuter plus and minus was announced. So who knows what's going to happen this year. So yeah, so they got that. And they got the anomalies. So with the anomalies coming up, we're going to be doing not only interviewing people from the various cities to kind of talk about their city, what's cool, the swag, gotta get that swag. Send me swag and I will show it on my show. What else do we have? We'll be showing for new people how to prepare for an anomaly, because it's something that I don't think there's that much information out there, and if you're new, you kind of don't know what to expect. When I went to my first anomaly, I definitely didn't bring water, I didn't bring a battery pack, I didn't bring, all these kinds of things. Not that you have to go out and buy all this stuff, but when you're thinking with your group that you're going to carpool with and get a hotel together with, you can share batteries, you could share, kind of work with your local teams. There's experienced people all over the world. There's experienced people local to you that have been to anomalies that can help you get ready for these things. So yeah, we'll do like a pre-anomaly, get people ready so they kind of know what happens during anomalies and everything. What else is going on? Don't forget, Zello is open, so feel free to hop on the Zello and chat with me. We'll chat live with some people. We did some really cool live interviews. So if you haven't seen the Baconomaly stream, go back, check that out, because coming soon with the normal anomalies, we're going to be doing those types of broadcasts. So if you have any feedback, portalhunter@resradio.net, or call me at the phone line there and leave a message. If you have any feedback about the Baconomaly broadcast, I'll be doing those for the normal anomalies once they start happening. So people could kind of see what's going on. I got a lot of great feedback when I sort of beta tested this last winter for the XO5 anomalies. So we'll be improving what we did for the Baconomaly broadcast, and we'll be going big for the main anomalies coming up in July. I think July 27th is the first day of normal anomalies. So we have a big bacon hangover. So I know there's not much on this show today, but thank you all for tuning in. We will be back next week, bigger and better. We have the green screen now. We will be interviewing more people for their camp projects. We've got the points of contact coming up. So we'll see you all next week, and have a great week.